with a predator, so we'll have to keep an extra sharp eye. We're kind of making our way on through here. If you take a look over on the right, way in the back over there, there's an okapi. Now the okapi look like they have zebra stripes on their legs, but they're actually not related to the zebra at all. They are the closest living relative to the giraffe, and we can mainly tell by comparing their skull structures. They are nearly identical to one another. Also on the right is a greater kudu. That is a female greater kudu. She does not have any horns on her head. Males have some horns that can reach about 6 feet in length. So really, really long horns on those guys. Beautiful. Only on the males. They do have white stripes on their backs. Helps them stay camouflaged. It mimics rays of sunlight.
I fixed it, sorry.
Coming in from the forest canopy. So those stripes are their form of camouflage in the forest.
Okay, who's
on
that?
The left, way in the back, it's laying down in front of a pile of rocks, and behind a knocked-over tree, there's a black rhinoceros. You can see its 2 horns, its ears sticking up. It is blending in quite well, but that is a black rhino. They are the smallest of the rhino species in Africa. They weigh up to about 3,000 pounds. Rhinos are still
somebody coming up
for their
over here.
horns. A lot of cultures believe that those horns possessed medicinal qualities.
Thank you.
They're
I
just
know
made
I
of
am.
keratin. Same thing our hair and fingernails are made out of. On the right is a bongo, copper-colored antelope with some horns on its head there. That is a female bongo. She is that lighter copper color. Males will get darker in their coloration up by their faces over time. But for the bongos, both the male and females have horns on their head.
Ooh.
Another one over on this left-hand side. That is a male, actually. And then there's also a pair of saddle-billed storks on the left-hand side.
Ooh.
Saddle-billed storks can get up to about 5 feet tall. They have a 9-foot wingspan. It's almost as wide as the canopy up above your heads there. Those birds are usually found in pairs of 2 like that. They are life partners, so they mate for life.
Aww.
Headed down to the Safi River Valley here. We're going to start off with the pink-backed pelicans that are on the right-hand side. Big white and gray feathered birds. And they have a wingspan anywhere from 7 to 9 feet. And their backs are, in fact, pink in color. So that's how I got their name, pink-backed pelicans. But it's not as bright right now. It's a little bit more noticeable during their mating season. On the left, there's some more hippopotamus in the water. You're next to the island down here. Hippos are among the largest animals in Africa. They can weigh up to about 5,500 pounds. It's about how much a car weighs. They are herbivores, which means hippos eat plants. They eat anywhere from 80 to 90 pounds of food every single night. And I do say night, they are nocturnal animals, meaning they are most active at nighttime. So actually a lot of those guys down there were sleeping. Hippos can sleep underwater. They don't even have to wake up to get a breath of fresh air. Their bodies will naturally just kind of come on up, take a breath, and then sink back down to continue that slumber. So they're staying nice and cool and snoozing away.
Here's the animal truck.
A group of hippos is called a float. So we did just see a float of hippopotamus.
Okay, here's the beautiful, relaxing water.
All right. We're going to head on out of the Safi River Valley now, though. Make our way out onto the savannah. Now, there's lots and lots of animals that call the savannah home. I, of course, won't be able to stop for every single animal that we might find out here, so just kind of make sure we've got those cameras out ready to go. You never know when someone might make an appearance out here.
We should do that sometime.
As we're rounding this corner here, if you take a look on the right-hand side, there's a baobab tree there. Baobab trees are also known as the upside-down trees because they kind of do look like their roots are up at the top, which of course is not true. Their roots are in fact in the ground, but it does kind of look that way just because they can remain leafless for up to 9 months out of the year, and that's to conserve water. They can potentially hold thousands of gallons worth of water inside of their trunks and within their bark. It's very, very important during the drought season. Those droughts can last for months at a time, so that's how they're going to survive those harsh conditions. See, there's some wildebeest on the right, way over. There's like a break in the brush over there. They're gray coated,
way over there.
There are a couple of wildebeest. Trying to see if we can get a does mean wild beast, and they are the second most densely populated mammal on Earth, second to humans. So they can gather into some pretty big groups. One of the largest reported groups of wildebeest was about 1.5 million of them that were all part of one migration. Quite impressive. I do see a couple of Maasai giraffes up ahead, so I'm going to make my way over there, see if we can get nice and close to them.
Giraffes.
Ooh, African painted dogs on the left-hand side. Now, they got the name painted dogs from their calico coloration. It kind of looks like some paint was splattered onto them. They do look super cute and cuddly. Make sure we're keeping those little ones seated for me. Super cute and cuddly, but they are the most successful predators in all of Africa. So they're more successful than hyenas and lions in their hunts, statistically speaking. So very, very impressive predators.
Anybody not speaking yet? That's cool. Okay.
Let's see. Lots of animals over here. Dark brown colored antelopes back there with crescent-shaped horns on their head. The sable antelopes. A couple of Maasai giraffes. And the Hartman's mountain zebra. And of course, all of these trees here. Hartman's mountain zebra are the smallest of the zebra species. A group of zebras is called a dazzle, so this is a dazzle of Hartman's mountain zebra down here. There's also an eland back there, big tan colored antelope, lighter tan colored antelope. Now we'll talk about the sables and the elands here. Sables, they have the crescent-shaped horns on their head. Both male and female sable antelopes have some of those horns reaching 4 to 5 feet in length. That is an excellent form of defense for them against predators that could be found out here, like the painted dogs that we saw.
Okay.
Now the elands, really big tan ones, they can weigh up to 2,200 pounds. They can 6 feet tall just at their shoulder, but they can also jump about 5 feet straight up into the air. So they're quite agile. The Maasai giraffes, they can get anywhere from 16 to 20 feet tall, so those were definitely a couple of females back there, a little bit shorter, more around that 16-foot tall range. The males are going to be the ones that get up to the 20 feet tall. They have 18-inch long prehensile tongues. Prehensile means finger or hand-like. So they use their tongues similar to how we use our fingers or our hands to grasp onto things and to pick things up, just like we were kind of seeing back there. They reach up to the tree branches, grasp onto them, and strip some leaves off for them to eat. There's some little tiny antelopes on the right-hand side, way up on the hill.
Oh, they're laying down.
There's a couple walking around, a couple laying down up there. Those little ones are called springbok.
Oh, there they are.
Those are fully grown adult springbok. They only stand 2 feet tall at their shoulder. They can run up to 55 miles per hour. There's a baby giraffe over here.
Oh my gosh.
You see the giraffe?
Right here, across the road.
Oh my goodness.
This baby giraffe is probably only a few months old.
Hello.
Baby giraffes can already be about 6 feet tall at
Yes, good morning. Oh my goodness.
Oh, I got baby like you.
Hello, Harmonies.
Yeah.
Good
Baby giraffes,
morning.
they're up and walking and potentially running within about an hour after birth. That is essential to their survival.
They have a baby
A group of
giraffe
giraffes is called a tower, so this
born
was
on
a
the
tower of
safari.
giraffes that we saw out here.
They
Pretty cool.
thought they had more time.
There's some downed trees out this way. That tells me we might be headed into elephant territory.
Ooh.
So we'll keep an eye on it. I already see at least one up ahead.
Oh.
Side, an African elephant. On the left-hand side are mandrill monkeys. Mandrills are the largest monkeys in the world. Dominant males can weigh up to 100, just like the elephant. A couple of small females down there. They only weigh about 25 pounds.
He's looking at
Seated
you.
back there for example. All times nice and safe. We know they are monkeys, not apes, because they do have little tails. Monkeys have tails, and apes do not. Now, African elephants, they can weigh up to about 13,000 pounds. And females are going to be a little bit smaller, about 6,000 to 8,000 pounds.
Yeah, where'd he go? We get him over
I
here.
guess that was a big male back there, but also he's hanging out by himself. Once males get into their teenage years, they are going to head off on their own, or they are pushed out of the group. They live solitary lives, but once a female is
You're
born,
welcome,
she
sir.
stays with her mother for the rest of her life.
You know I
So
live
it's
the
usually
stream.
groups of all females, and again, the males tend to be more solitary. We'll try to see if we can maybe find some more elephants up ahead here.
Oh, nice breeze right there.
Coming up into some red clay pits.
Oh,
I
red
can see
clay
some elephant
pit.
footprints down on the ground here. Oh, and there's some elephant tusk marks in the walls of this clay. So elephants, they will dig their tusks into the clay like that to kind of loosen it up. That's mostly so they can eat it. There are a ton of minerals inside of red clay that are really, really good for the overall health of the elephant. So it is a little snack that they do like to have. It's very similar to like a multivitamin or like a supplement that we might take. Elephants kind of do the same thing, but with some red clay. Keeping an eye out for some more. I'm not seeing any so far. They might be a little bit far back. It's still pretty early. Maybe they're snoozing someone. We are coming up on a watering hole. It's of course always a great place to look for wildlife. Everybody wants to stay pretty close to a source of water, so we'll just keep an eye out for you. You never know. Some pink animals over here. Some greater flamingos on the left-hand side. Greater flamingos are the largest and the lightest pink of the flamingo species. They get their pink color from their diet, eating brine shrimp and algae. It contains something called beta-carotene. And the beta-carotene is specifically what will give them their signature pink color. But it is quite gradual. It's over about the first 2 years of their lives. So when they first hatch, they are not pink. They are little gray puffballs. They're pretty cute.
Wow. Wow. That is no, I don't ever remember them being that noisy. Well, Not looking good for elephants today.
Headed into the eastern side of the savannah here.
Yeah. I wonder if the cheetahs are awake yet.
I can see a mud wallow on the left. That could be a good sign for rhinos. They do like to roll around in the mud. It helps them stay nice and cool. And they also
Just like
use mud as
Penny.
sunscreen because they can get sunburned just like we can. So we'll definitely keep an eye out. I'm not seeing any rhinos right now.
Eyes open for cheetahs. All right.
We're also in cat country here. Oh, I think, yeah, I see a couple of cheetahs on this left-hand side. We'll head on up.
I saw
Just
one in the
looking
back.
this way, there's a couple
are
of
they?
cheetahs over there.
In the back. By the fence. Yeah.
Cheetahs are the fastest land mammals on Earth. They can go from
One
0
right
to
here.
60 miles per hour in about 3.
There's like a, it's licking ice.
Make sure everyone's seated, please, my friends. Sit down. Sit down. Thank you. Nice and safe at all times for me. Now, cheetahs, they're not part of the big cat family with a capital B. To be a big cat, apparently you have to be able to roar. And cheetahs can't roar. They will chirp and purr. They even meow just like house cats do. So, yeah, they definitely are large cats. Right? But they're not capital B big cats. Now, speaking of big cats, we are coming up on a Kopi rock formation here, K-O-P-J-E, Kopi. Lions do like to use Kopis to survey the land. They can see everything going on all around them. So we'll definitely see if we can find some. I'm not
the
seeing any
rhino.
up here so far.
Rhino.
That might be down in the shade. I did find some white rhinos
Oh, we got rhinos.
over on the right-hand side.
we got
I'm
four
trying to get a little
rhinos.
closer to them over there. Those are some white rhinos. A group of rhinos is called a crash. They do like to hang out in little crashes like this. They're a little bit more social compared to black rhinos. Black rhinos like to be solitary. They like to be alone. But white rhinos like to hang out in little family groups like that. See, I'm not really able to see any lions, so they're probably down below in the shade. Fortunately, when they're down in the shade. Woo! Oh, there we go. Coming out of the shade. Look at that. Yeah, look at that. There she is. And there's a male. Wow. Okay, well, right when I'm saying that, they come out of the shade for us. Impressive. So there's one male, two females. The male has the full female. The females
Just laid
No, he's right there. He's still walking. And there's a female coming up behind him.
They spend 16 to 20 hours a day sleeping or resting to conserve their energy because they do their whole
That was exciting.
That was quite impressive there. All right, let's go see the white rhinoceros.
And here is the conservator working.
Back over here, and there's one.
There's one in our path.
6,000 pounds. I'm talking a little bit quieter as I head past him here. You can see they're kind of rotating their ears around. They're listening to everything.
Animal Kingdom.
I don't want to scare them. I don't want to spook them.
All right.
They don't really have the best eyesight, so they kind of rely on hearing to judge how far away everything.
That was going to be in our
There's
way.
also a couple of ostrich on this right-hand side.
Hello,
The largest
ostriches.
birds in the world and the fastest land animals on two legs. They can run up to about 40 miles per hour. There's also some ostrich eggs down there on the ground. The largest eggs in the world, about 24 chicken eggs equals the weight of just one ostrich egg. They're also pretty strong. A grown adult human being can stand on top of an ostrich egg and it will not break. They're very sturdy, pretty impressive.
Okay, we can look at there because we
Warden's
don't even
Post is up ahead, and they've got some adorable Nigerian dwarf goats. We'll take a quick
Okay,
look
go.
at the little cuties.
Let's hope they're prancing around to make not
They're
happy.
pretty small, but these are all fully grown adults. They don't get any bigger than this. They are dairy goats, so they produce milk. The warden can take that milk to make into various products and then sell within the village to make a profit. In return, the warden provides the goats with food, shelter, water, and of course, some love. They're very social animals, and they love the company of humans, so it's a pretty good exchange for everybody. But seeing the goats reminds me that we're going to come up on the edge of the reserve, and that does mean that our safari is unfortunately coming to an end here. I do want to say asante sana. That means thank you in Swahili. Thank you all so very much for joining me out there. I do hope you learned something new. If you'd like to see some more African animals and learn some more about conservation, how we can help save these beautiful animals, make sure you check out the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail sometime today. It is a walking
wanna go
trail,
see the
but
new
it's
male.
really scooter and wheelchair accessible. It's really, really great for everyone. On the trail, you're going to find some animals like meerkats, some naked mole rats. There's any Kim Possible bands back there. And, of course, the Gorilla Falls Trail is also going to have, believe it or not, some gorillas, along with many other animals to check out as well. It is super fun, friends. One of my favorite things here at Disney's Animal Kingdom, so I highly recommend that you check that one out if you've got the time today. If there's any wilderness explorers, you've been on the SIPA 1. That's your code word that you'll need. And I'm going to leave you here with Kwaherini, which means to go well. So Kwaherini, everyone. Go well, go wild, go enjoy the rest of your day here at Disney's Animal Kingdom, or wherever your adventures may take you.
Kwaherini.
On the
I'll
right,
be
watch your
back
hands,
later, I
actually. Links
think.
doors are gonna Kwaherini, everyone. Go well, go wild, go make a difference. Oh, of course, my